Alrighty, hey y'all. Uh, welcome or welcome back, whichever one. Yeah, so I'm going to continue the reading I just did. The little mini read I just did. I'm going to continue that one, and I'm also going to start doing like fresh readings as well. Now, with this reading in particular, because I feel like I'm always warning people, like I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. uh, I feel like I'm always getting those messages. Like I feel myself opening up, right, to different like pathways as far as my like gifts are concerned. Like, cause really, it's always like in a good way though. It's not like a dark cloud or anything like that. It's it's just always advice, and it's always like guidance, and some I have readings here and there that's like just straight uplifting. Like the one that I had with that 2 readings ago. I think it was just straight, you know, not much advice needed, not much concern for anything. Everything was on the up and up. And I love that energy. I love readings like that. And I don't want to feel like every time someone, cause have you ever like watched any like content creators where it's like they always warning you, and it's just it can get a little tip, get a little scary. Some stuff you can't binge watch. I realize like every message isn't for you, and so please keep that in mind. Like whatever resonates with you. Like don't force it to fit. Don't like concern yourself, because sometimes, for example, you can have like a nice connection, and it's nice, um, but you're just like wondering, like I don't know, not thinking negatively, but you just wonder, like I don't know, are you keeping something from me? And it could go into this deep place where you're just like, I know they're hiding something. Are they lying to me? And a lot of times it's not even that. A lot of times it's like what they're keeping from you is their business. It's just their business. It's like you can feel it. You can feel it, but you have to learn how to scale it a little differently. So it's like you end up feeling that way, like, I know you're keeping something. I know you're hiding something from me. And you kind of bring like past emotions into it, because you're like, well, with my last relationship, and that relationship before that, and relationship before that, and it's like, what about this one? It could be friendship or family, anything. And you just like, or it could be someone that you've forgiven. Like people grow, yo. Like people grow, and I realize like it's kind of toxic for you to keep the old person in mind when the new person is in front of you, and you don't give them the time of day, or you don't really give them a chance. Like sometimes we do a little too much. Sometimes our abilities are a little, we kind of overindulge a little bit, and we have a sense of like, I know, oh I know. It's like you do, but you don't know exactly what's going on there. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to take a step back. Sometimes you have to. So, anywho, like I was saying, so you end up feeling that way, and you're like, I know you're hiding something, and then you end up going on your favorite reader's page, or you end up going on your favorite whatever, or you can just be scrolling, because when you look at certain things, it's in that particular algorithm, right? And so you're scrolling, and then you see that daunting message, dun dun dun, that person's been hiding this from you, and then you get that message, and it's like, I knew it. Like, no, it's not even. You're just forcing it to fit, and it's like then you're all bothered, and now you have like this disposition about yourself, and you're treating this person a certain type of way, or you just feel a certain type of way, and it's unrealistic. So that maybe that's a little message for somebody out there too. Now I'm gonna continue this one, right? But there's also a flip side. I feel like there's two completely different dynamics when it comes to love today. And maybe I should have probably, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna go back. And yes, please do not be concerned when you hear me having sidebars with myself. Um, I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm actually not gonna really go too much into explaining me talking to myself. I know I'm not crazy. I mean, I hope you know now that from listening to me that I'm pretty sane. I'm not crazy. So I just consult with myself, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but I do that a lot though. So I just wanted to point that out, just in case you're like, why does she always? And because sometimes I get low, and you can't hear what I'm saying, and that's only because like I'm really actually talking, like just consulting with myself. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Okay, so moving on. So the cards that I did pull, and I did pull a Love Oracle card, but I'm not going to dig back through the deck. I forgot to leave that one out, but sorry about that. It was positive though, for sure. It was about taking time, and I know a keyword was heal on that card. Now, if you do want to see that, you're gonna have to visit my TikTok if you're not here from TikTok. But yeah, you're gonna have to go on there to see that card. My apologies. But as far as the tarot cards, I did pull from yet again my Wild Unknown tarot deck. My other decks have been kind of quiet. Past like 2 days, I guess. But we actually might end up pulling from one of them later because I'm gonna do that other side to the love reading today because this one was kind of not tense, but it had a lot of like sadness involved in it. As far as like I felt like somebody's just really really sad. Um, but yeah, let me let you know what cards I pulled first here. So we have the Eight of Cups. We have the Devil card, and I think anytime that card comes out, like people get a little like squeamish. They get a little intimidated by that card. It's 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 fine. Like it's just letting you know what type of energy, and it's not like devil. Like it's let's not get stuck on any words or anything. It's just like negative energy, like really really heavy, like negative energy, right? And then I'm going into details. I'm going to that. And then we had the Justice card. I love the Justice card. And like I said, you had to probably go look at it, but it, well, I don't know, it depends on the person, but when you see it visually, I feel like it also plays a part too. And it's real nice. Like with the Justice cards, like two cats, and they have like this duality between the two of them. And for me, that really jumped out today. I felt like it really played a big part because there's a small number of you who you can't play victim. Like you and your spouse that I'm going to be talking about, as far as like leaving this connection alone, you're half the problem, they're half the problem. It's like you're just not meshing. It's toxic, right? It's toxic. And then the other half of you um, is just being like you're kind of being run through right now. Like you're being used to a certain extent, you've been drained, and you've already emotionally checked out anyway. Like you're pretty much emotionally you're kind of through, but it's like you're still going with the motion of the relationship. Like you're still going through like maybe you live together, you may even have children together, and it's just like I really want to go, but I feel stuck. A lot of you have that stuck energy. Um, and I also have the Five of Pentacles here, and I love this butterfly. I have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. Now, with this, it's just about putting on your big girl or big boy pants and just knowing. Sometimes you just gotta, and I think that's been like the biggest thing, or it's big is the word I'm looking for. It's been heavy. It's been strong. That the whole sense of letting go. I think this letting go season. This might be this might be letting go year because like no matter what message I pull, I always hear that it's to tell you guys to let go. Excuse me. And if I'm repeating it, if I'm keep what is it? If I keep having to say it, I'm so country. If I have to repeat it, then it it must be like an issue. And don't get me wrong, I know it's hard. Like it can be difficult. Like, but you have to just get outside of your emotions, man. And you just have to feel like I want to feel better. Like it just would feel better. And for some of you, like if you, because I can feel it. Some of you have reached that stage though. Like as far as emotionally checking out, you've already got to the point where you are just you actually feel relief when you think of when you think about not being with them and them not being around you, you feel relieved. It is over. It is over. Listen, ain't no, well, if they do this or if they do that. No. No, 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 no. If you have relief, if in your heart and your mind and your soul you have relief when you think about not being with them, it ain't about their actions. It's not about their personality at that point. that point, you just know it ain't for you, okay? Because some people just like, well, it's just the situation, it's just how they treat me, or it's just how they do this. So if they just treat me better, sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes they could start to change, and it's still not enough, you know. And it's like you like, it's kind of boring. Like it's not even boring. It's just nothing. There's no connection anymore. Like there's no sparks, no butterflies. You know, I got a butterfly right in front of me. There's no butterflies. It's like, you know, it's like, what am I still doing here? Because you're not stuck. If you feel stuck, you're not stuck. You're most definitely not stuck. You wouldn't be getting this message if that was the case, because then you would be getting advice on how to get unstuck. So, you're not stuck. Just let it go. Like, take them steps to let it go. Because at this point, it's like, you know what? Even they know it too. And it's like you both just looking at each other like, it's not even a dislike. It's not a hatred. It's not, you know, hard feelings. For some, it's not hard feelings. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, why? Because when you love someone and you care about someone, that does not mean that you still have to be around them. A lot of times people just don't want to get out of their comfort zone. And it's too many of you. Please listen carefully. It's too many of you that are only sticking around because you don't want to start over. Cut that out. Stop it. Sometimes starting over can be enjoyable, okay? Just rip the band-aid off. Okay, rip the band-aid off. That whole, I don't want to get to know somebody. You don't even know them. You don't know the person. I'm sorry, I don't mean to shout. You barely know the person you saying that about. You don't really know them. And then you'll have somebody that you'll meet, and that person will mess with you, and not mess, but mesh. Because it sounded like I said mess. But I said mesh. They will mesh with you. There will be flames. There will be sparks. There'll be a connection. And it'll feel like you've known them forever. It'll feel like you've been in a relationship with them the whole entire time. They don't miss a beat. Okay? Let it go. Let go of that. Because it's always better. Listen, anytime that the universe, spirit, God, whatever name you would like to give it, whenever that energy takes, it gives. Like, there's balance. There's always going to be balance. There's always going to be something that's going to replace that. What's meant to happen will happen. If you prolong it, that's on you. Okay? That's on you. If you prolong it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, OMG. Oh my goodness, the love that is waiting for you on the other side, though, is magnificent. You're gonna wish you would have done it sooner. Oh, you're gonna wish, but don't regret anything though, because everything happens for a reason. So don't regret it. Don't be hard on yourself. It happens. It happens. Okay. Now, there's some of y'all, right, who have been losing in this relationship. You have been losing almost since day one. You have been losing. So just go ahead and chuck this up as an L, as a loss. Let it go. If you have been losing since day one, what exactly are you afraid of? Like, what are you afraid of exactly if you've already been losing since the moment you met this person? Finding that, especially financially. I've been getting that heavy today. That you've been, hold on, sorry. I thought I had this thing. I always think I have it on. Sad in it though. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, but it's like you've been losing since day one. You haven't gained anything. There hasn't been any growth. If anything, you've been moving backwards. You've been playing the game backwards. And so it's like you really do need to sit down and ask yourself. And or you can go old school, write down pros and cons of being with this person, and don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And when you say, "Well, we got kids," stop with the excuses, okay? Don't use excuses, because when y'all not happy, the kids see that too. Your children see that. Your children see that. And at the same time, you want to set a good example too, though. You know what I mean? You don't want your children to end up like repeating, what you've done, or things like that. They see that and they think like, yeah, it's okay, because once you get involved with someone, like, no. And a lot of times that's also the case too, is that like y'all can co-parent in a very healthy manner. You know what I mean? And sometimes people end up growing and being better people when they're not with someone. They may go off, you may go off and be with completely different people and end up being a healthy, normal family. And your children end up with two sets of parents as opposed to your toxic situation that you got. Okay, and that's for some of you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. But you gotta listen. I've seen it though. I've seen it, and it's beautiful to see like blended families and things like that. Like just don't let society make you think something either. Like sometimes society makes you think certain things. You gotta get outside the box. You gotta get outside of all that. You do what's healthy, especially if there's children involved, right? So let me see. So I'm gonna take these and put these, and I'm gonna do actually because that's all. I don't want to really stick too much on that one. Like it's not too much. I don't want to be a dead horse. It's not too much I can say. Okay. And so look what we have here. We have the Four of Wands, envisioning something better. Yes. Go ahead and start thinking about it, honey. Oh, 444. It's 444. It's 444. That's for some of you. If you don't know what 444 means, look up the ancient number 444. I also have it on my website. I need to post some more ancient numbers on there, but I have most of the main ones on there. And I'm gonna share. Where did I share my website? You know what? I'm gonna add it to all my pages. I'm gonna add it to this on the podcast. Well, it used to be called Anchor app, but now it's called Podcasters. Through Spotify. I'm gonna add it on here. I'm just gonna add it on all my stuff. I know it's on my Instagram already, but I'm gonna add my website on everything just to make sure. Because I've also been updating my website as well. So I'm gonna add everything on there. And my website, yes. Puddin Williams. I'm trying to remember. Because I'm so used to just going to it. Puddin Williams 888.wixsite.com/it's Puddin's Truth. And let me make sure. I usually just copy and paste, like, because I'm not gonna lie, I did, like, hold off from the website because I was doing so many other things. And like I said, I have my secret stuff too, my secret business and stuff too that I'm working on. And it's been booming. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Thank you. I'm very grateful for that. So I've been kind of, trying to get back into all areas of my business. And let me see here. And let me go to it so I can just make sure. But it most definitely will be in my descriptions. But yeah, that was right. Puddin Williams, 888.wixsite.com/it's Puddin's Truth. And so yeah, I'll make that more available to you guys. I'll make that more available. There's some cool stuff on there. Added some cool features, and you can also you can contact me through my website and make any suggestions. If you want me to go over a certain topic, or if you want a personal reading, you can also hit me up on there if you want a personal reading. I took off like the shop part of it, and you can just, cause I don't know, I like a more personal feel when I do things like that. So I rather talk to the person. Like I don't need like details about you, but I don't know. It just I'm gonna have to get used to it, I guess, maybe, because I just feel like I'd rather just talk to people personally, and then they use whatever form they're comfortable with as far as paying for the readings and stuff like that, as opposed to going through like the little shop. But at the same time, I feel like I will change my mind in the future, because you do have like your receipts on there, and it's more, business. But I'm more like mom and pop shop. But I'm a upgrade. I see myself upgrading eventually because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna want to do like one by one. And I think that might be. But I don't know because it's like schedule wise. Because I'm with the vibes and I like the schedule like with the vibe. I don't really want you to go in there and book it and then the vibe ain't right and then I'm like, yeah. So yeah, that's why I really like to talk to people and see what their schedule is like, instead as opposed to putting like set time and dates on there. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, but if you do want a personal reading or anything like that, you can hit me up on there. So let me go back to my thing here that was loading. Okay. And so yeah. And so we have a new vision here. We have a new vision coming in here, right? And I just said I wasn't gonna do all this, but all these cards came out. Okay, so we had the Four of Wands, right? Seven of Swords. Listen, I done seen Seven of Swords like 3 times. What's going on there? We have Temperance that came out. You got your healing. And we have High Priestess. It's going into that intuition. Yes, you tap into your intuition. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. And I saw a wonderful video where a woman spoke about this, where she was like, how do you know like the difference between like whether it's just something you make up in your mind or whether it's your intuition? And she made a very, very good point. Where she pretty much was saying like your intuition is more so uncomfortable. Like when it's fantasy and it's just in your head, you're more comfortable with that, right? But when it's your intuition, you may or may not be like, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's your intuition. It's in your chest. You feel it. You feel it in your stomach. You feel it in your heart. You feel it in your body. So you know when you know. Like even when you ever just had, and I've really been feeling this, and I haven't said anything for the past few days. I feel like there's someone out there who has like they can't put their finger on it, and it's not paranoia. They just can't put their finger on it. They can't figure out like what is it, what's going on there. It ain't just you. Run. Okay. not in a scary way, because I never promote fear in any way, shape, or form. Never. You know, you have nothing to be afraid of. Just leave. Go. Bye. 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 Don't waste your time. Okay. So, and then we have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. I love that. I love the Empress energy. It's just always a breath of fresh air. But yeah. But as far as this goes, there's secrets. I feel like you keeping secrets too. You may got a little stash, so you can haul. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at myself. I do that a lot too. If you haven't noticed by now. But yes, but yeah, it's time to just heal. It's time to just move on. Just move on and picture it in your mind first, and that helps you out emotionally too. Just picture yourself having better. You know. So now, on the other spectrum, I want you to see what comes out for those of you when it comes to if you're single or in a relationship. I want to see like what's to look forward to with this healthy relationship you got. With a healthy relationship. Now, I'm getting it. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. This is still good though. Like you're a little scattered. But changes are coming. If you're single, put on your seatbelt. Okay? I'm getting put on your seatbelt, straight up. Like, look, I might have to tap into something. I'm gonna take some of that. I think some of that message for me too. Like, they coming, baby. They coming. They not playing. They're not with none of the games. They're serious about you. Like they're gonna be serious about you. This is the like, oh my goodness. This is like the wham bam, thank you, ma'am. This right here is just a cherry on top. It's like what you've been waiting for. You have been waiting, and yes, it's here. Oh, it's here. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. What else? Golly, that's a lot. Okay, and I'll accept all of it. We got the moon. Okay, you got somebody with a little mystery. You know, a little mystery, but they're not afraid of their dark side. They've done their shadow work, is what I'm getting. They've done the hard part. They've raised their frequency. They've raised their vibration. This person is a divine. I'm really getting divine masculine, but of course, if you know, but divine feminine as well. But it's really like, ooh, baby, whoever waiting on that divine masculine, whoever waiting, look, they coming in. They coming in full force. They're not playing no games. You gonna know. Like this is one of them situations where you know. Like it may take you a little time to accept it, cause you like I ain't no fool, and you ain't gonna want to just run with it. But listen, you spread your wings. Spread your wings. Ace of Pentacles for your. Oh my goodness, for those. Now look, they're coming. You ain't got to worry about financial loss. You ain't got to worry about them trying to use you. Like none of that. They got their own. They not gonna rub it in your face. Like they are a nurturer. They're a provider. Like they're all of those great things and above. Like you know the things that we look for in people. They're gonna be all of that. It's gonna almost seem like they're unreal. It's gonna seem like you in this magic fairy tale or something, you know. And then we have We have Four of Pentacles. It's gonna be so stable, so much stability. You won't have a problem. Like if control is your issue because you've been hurt or whatever the case may be, like it won't be an issue in this situation. It will not be an issue, baby. You ain't got to worry. Like this is complete opposite of what you ever experienced. Okay, like this is on the up and way up. Okay, and then you have the Five of Swords. Now this is just saying, like, listen, you're gonna be a little scattered. You're gonna be a little you're gonna wonder a tad bit, like, but don't force them to keep proving it to you. But I'm getting that they ain't gonna mind. They gonna show up and show out, okay? They not gonna mind though. Like you gonna kind of ask that of them. You're gonna kind of push that, you know. You're gonna kind of push that button, like, but they're gonna be understandable. They're going to understand what you've been through, whether you explain the story to them, whether you explain the full story to them or not. They're going to understand, right? They're going to understand. They're going to understand. They're going to overstand. Like it's not. They're not going to miss a beat. They're not going to miss a beat. Like they don't mind proving it to you, but do not self-destruct. Don't get self-destructive. Like don't be like your worst enemy. Like don't block that energy from coming in, because at the same time you don't really want to make them go through a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like just because someone understands doesn't necessarily mean that you can just keep pushing that button. Like that's not cool, because they don't deserve that. They didn't come for that, but they are built for it. They built to last. They built to last. But at the same time, if you do go that route, then it's gonna be you're gonna reach that point where you can be like, oh no, I shouldn't have done. You're gonna feel bad, and there's no point in that. There's no point in that. But because I'm trying to say like that is okay, but it's not okay though. Like they're gonna get it, but if you're already getting like a warning here, like if you're already getting the advice not to, like I would suggest you try not to. Okay, so those of you who are in relationships, okay. Oh, okay, we have the Daughter of Wands, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Son of Swords. Oh, and we had the Five of Pentacles come out again. Now, for those of you that are in relationships, you've had your sadness, you had the letdowns, you've gone through those stages. And I'm getting more so this is for, yes, you're most definitely probably married, or you've been together so long you feel like you're married. This is not necessarily a new relationship here. This is a relationship that's tested tested times? I'm missing some words there, but whatever. It's been tested. It's been through some trials and tribulations. But there's a lot to look forward to, and there's going to be an energy that's going to sweep in and just take over the relationship in a great way. It's going to, like, because you're not doing bad, you're just in like this rut. You know how you just get kind of like, disagree here, disagree there. It's like, where's life going? You hit certain things where you're wondering about your goals, and you're wondering about, sorry about that, y'all, but you know how you just reach a certain point, maybe your children are moving out and moving on, and it's like, your goals change, you've changed, they've changed, it pretty much is what I'm getting is it's natural. Just go with the flow. Everything's gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? But this Five of Cups is looking at me. Hold on. Let me go back to my guide here. Okay, so yeah. Don't make any hasty decisions because of grief or disappointment. Like those energies can tend to amplify your like certain thoughts or certain fears. Don't allow that to happen. Just especially when it comes to grief. And you may have lost someone close to the both of you, or it may just be like a heavy disappointment there. But just allow yourselves to, if you do work it out separately, at least allow each other to communicate that. Like, I just need some time. Maybe you need some time. Maybe I need to do this. You need to do that. Like, and then come together and try to comfort each other and try to compare notes. Like, if that makes sense. Like, for some people, that's not conventional, but it's not. It just seems like the end of the world. Like, it just seems like a lot. It just seems like I can't do it, but you can. And there's an energy though that's coming in. It's gonna be quick too. It's gonna come and just shift everything. It's just like, it may have been like a rut for like 4, maybe 6 months, right? And then all of a sudden, maybe a friend tells you, hey, meet me at this restaurant, and you go to meet your friend and their spouse, and maybe they don't show up, and you guys just end up by yourselves, and then you end up having a conversation, and then it's like that one thing comes up, and you're like, really? You have a realization, and you talk, and it changes everything. Like, and that's just an example. That actually might be the actual situation for some of you. But all in all, for singles and for people in relationships, that have been in relationships for at least, I'm feeling like it's been a while though. It's been a while. For you that's been in these relationships, like, or you that are single, it's all, oh, and look, we got the world at the end of the deck. I love it. But yeah, it's coming to completion. Either way it goes, everything is coming around. It's coming to completion. And I got the 4 of Cups, and I wasn't planning on pulling another card, but this one came out. So don't get greedy though. For you to have it going great and going good and things that will go good, don't get greedy, okay? Don't do too much, So other than that, that's all I have for right now. I appreciate you guys. And I wish you guys the very, very best on all of this. I feel it all turning around, And until the next episode, you know what I mean? Thank you. I love you because I have no reason not to. All right. Bye-bye.